What's good, everybody? It is 4:25 a.m. and I've officially lost my mind. 3-2 day of bets on Christmas, but it's time for a sweep. I want to go over the whole slate and kind of some looks I like for you guys. I hope you had the merriest of Christmases, but it is time to make some cash on some dudes who dribble the ball around. As always, I post everything in my Discord, up 80 grand this year. Couple more days left. Let's make it the best days of the year. We're starting with selling high on one of my favorite players in the NBA, Keegan Murray. Keegan's point line is set at 18.5. I think it's a good spot to fade him. His home road splits are extreme. He's under in all 10 road games. This is even including some numbers without Fox even playing. And Portland allows the second lowest 3-point spot up percentage. That's a lot of Keegan's game. And they're bottom 5 in catch and shoot 3-pointers attempted. Role players for the Kings absolutely feast at home, and it makes sense. Their home crowd is awesome. I think it's a good spot to fade him on the road because he's coming off of 6 straight home games where he's been killing it. I think it's an inflated line. It's the highest line we've seen from him all season. Keegan under. I think Grizzlies props are really, really interesting versus the Pelicans tomorrow because Marcus Smart is questionable. We've seen Ja Morant's assist line at 9.5 and 8.5 in solid assist matchups. This assist matchup is nice, and 7.5 is really low. I think if Marcus Smart plays, he comes off the bench and runs backup point because it's been so long since injury. He'll have a minutes restriction, I'm assuming. I think this line is made saying like Marcus Smart might play tomorrow. But I think this line should be 8.5 regardless. He's an 8.5 assist line type of guy he was last season. So I like his assist over quite a bit. Also looking into Bane under turnovers. Would love if Marcus Smart plays there because then Marcus Smart will be more ball dominant with the second unit instead of Bane. Either way, though, it seems like a bit of a high line with Ja Morant fully back. Looking into Buddy Hield unders, just another guy who really, really struggles on the road. He's been shooting low 30% from 3 on the road, scoring 5.5 less points per game in road games, only over in 3 of those. Houston actually allows the lowest spot up 3-point percentage right with Portland. So I think fading another shooter would be really interesting in that matchup, and it's a pretty high point line for that spot, in my opinion. I think Jalen Green is in a cool spot in the Pacers game. Kind of interesting on how to attack him. Prizepicks has first half lines up. Those are more secure minutes. But Pacers are always a team I want to attack, and it seems like it'd be a cool buy low spot on Jalen Green. Wizards Magic is the first game of the slate. I think it's really interesting to look at Franz or Paolo overs possibly. I also really like fading Kuz in this spot. Kuzma faded him twice in this previous exact same matchup. Gafford playing more minutes affects his rebounding. His assists haven't really been there. I think Kuzma unders could be a really solid look in a slow-paced matchup. Magic don't allow that many shots, so they don't allow many assists, and they don't allow many rebounds. Kuzma unders are kind of interesting. Pistons should keep it pretty close at home. It's only a 6.5 point spread, so obviously Cade and those dudes should play big, big minutes here. I think it's an interesting spot if you want to go with there. Always tough to trust them, but minutes should be as secure as they come because they do get blown out almost every game. The Hawks and Bulls play each other. Questionable with Vucevic there. Trae Young also questionable. I think his assist is a really interesting spot, perhaps. Bulls are an assist funnel, even though they don't play super fast, but the Hawks obviously do play fast. Lots of catch and shoot, lots of opportunities and pick and roll. I think it's an interesting spot, and he has been crushing this line, of course. Last 5 bros. Timberwolves and Thunder should be a great game. Thunder at home as 3-point favorites. Shea getting a really tough matchup versus the lanky, amazing defensive team in the Timberwolves. I think it might be an interesting spot to fade him, but J-Dub is questionable. Keep that in mind. But his point line is a couple higher than it normally is. The Jazz and Spurs play. Wemby's questionable. If he plays, good chance he might be on minutes restriction because that's what Popovich was talking about last time out. Really high total at 242. Should be lots of scoring. Should be ugly basketball. Maybe target Zach Collins if Wemby's out. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know. A game I really don't know about is the Hornets and Clippers. I don't know. 11-point spread. I don't know. Lots of people are questionable. Don't ask me, bro. It is now 4:35 a.m. I am going to go to bed. So maybe this helped. Maybe it didn't. Join my Discord for my official plays. Good night.